Hello everybody, this is a KWA 1911 Mark I professional training pistol. This is an Airsoft gas blowback pistol from KWA. Okay, Mark I, this is the first in a series of 4 pistols they made, the Mark 1, 2, 3 and 4. All are internally identical, they're all 1911s. Externally there are a few differences between each of them, notably the Mark I and Mark III do not have rails on the underside, the Mark II and 4 do. Other differences between the models include the type of serrations on the slide, the type of front and rear sights used, the type of trigger, type of grips, and the type of hammer on the back. Internally they're all exactly the same, they're all KWA's NS2 gas system, so it's really a case of what do you like the external look of. This pistol is full metal, sorry. Internally, KWA's NS2 gas system. Magazines are single stack, 14 rounds, but we'll get to them in a minute. Okay. The overall length of this weapon is 22.2 centimeters, that's 8.75 inches. Height is 15.2 centimeters, that is 6 inches. The inner barrel length is 115 millimeters long and diameter is 6.05 millimeters. Weight is just over 1 kilogram, or that's 2.23 pounds. Caliber is obviously 6mm. Magazine capacity is 14 rounds, single stack. Velocity, this should shoot on a warm day between 340 and 350 feet per second, but don't be alarmed if that comes in a little bit lower, say 310, 320, especially here in the UK, it's a bit chillier. And the gas system is the NS2 gas system. Okay, go through some of the features. With all 911s we've got a beaver tail grip safety on the back. This obviously has to be depressed in order for the weapon to fire. We also have a single side thumb safety here. This version does not have one on this side. I believe some of the other ones might do. We have the slide lock there. Slide lock there. The outer barrel is also metal, and this version, the Mark I, has a guide rail as well. The hammer on the back is a skeleton hammer, and the trigger as well is drilled out. The grips on the side, they're rubberized. They feel very, very nice. That might just be me. The grips on the Mark III, I believe, are a little bit different. Okay, on this side, up here, we have Mark I, professional training pistol, and a serial number just there. Switch around, and we have KWA's logo, Cal 6mm on that side. Okay, type of sights we have, these are 3, they have white paint on them, which I like. These sights, I actually like them a lot. Some people may not like the fact that it has Mark I and professional training pistol written on them. Some people would prefer to have actual trademarks. For me, I personally quite like this. I think it means it stands out a little bit more, and it just makes it look a little bit cooler. Okay, the magazines. KWA magazines, they hold 14 rounds, single stacked. This magazine is not full. The spring to load them, pull that down to the bottom, and the spring locks into position, which is a nice feature. Fill the BBs through the top, and then just release the spring guide. Holds 14 rounds, single stack. On the bottom we have the gas fill valve there. On a warm day you should be able to get 1.5 magazines worth of BBs out of it. These magazines are relatively thin, and the metal frame on the pistol can be a bit of a downside in colder weather, especially here in the UK. One thing to note about these magazines is they feel relatively light. They are all metal construction here, apart from a plastic base plate, but compared to some other magazines that I've held, these ones are incredibly light. Strong, don't get it wrong, they're very strong, but they do seem to be a little bit lighter. Other than that, it's a standard 1911 really. Aftermarket parts wise, I'm not too sure. Internally you can probably switch and swap. KWA do provide a hop adjustment tool to get to the hop up, which is in there. Put the tool in and swizzle it left or right for more or less hop. Other than that, it's a very nice pistol, can be cut from a range of retailers. If you've got any more questions, pop them in the comments below and I will do the best to answer. Thank you for watching, please rate the video, it helps a lot, and I'll see you next time.